Start up. And enemy team, they're like similar division, like Masters-ish as well.
I
Like,
think they're a new team, but yeah, I think maybe they played last. I think this is a new team, but I know E3's decent, so
okay,
it's like a full GM team.
sure.
I'm pretty sure.
All right. Well, easy start for you, I guess. You could just walk up the side and take a kill for free. I feel like E-Trade's a familiar name. I don't know what it is.
Yeah. Like Hazard player.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, to be honest, like, you know, not a lot to talk about in the first fight. You just walk somewhere normal, you get a free kill, you get another free kill, old mate just feeds in. I think the only thing, like with the Winston jumping in like that and going for what he's done there, like your Hazard, your 5v4, like it's good to like counter jump and like take a free kill where you can. If you see like any supports out, it's fine to just go and duel them as well, to be honest. Like you're not going to get traded in the 5v4 once the hit scan's dead. So it's fine to just go and fight front instead if you want. Like if you can find a squishier target. Because like the Winston is like very unlikely to get a trade either way if your backline's in the safe spot. But there's not much to talk about in the first fight really. I'm set my game sound down or something. I'm using a different headset. Shit, it sounds way too loud. Alright.
I feel like one thing I struggle with is like my setup. I feel like I don't keep a consistent setup. I sort of just choose a random point and sit there.
I mean, I think it really depends on like you know what their comp is in terms of like where you're able to hold. Because if you just want to be able to hold like as forward as you possibly can, unless it's a comp where you're like really reliant on pulling them in. I think what you got to like understand is that you know setup is never something that's like super strict. You know, there's never like one fixed starting position that like makes sense. It really depends on like what you're on and what they're on. Like for this shit here, like holding up top is it's always good to like soft start up top and like make them clear you. But like your comp, like you're gonna need like major support to stay up where you're at, and you have a Moira, so like it's gonna be really hard for you to consistently get that. Like she's not gonna be able to play on you. Maybe if Lucio plays top with you, then you can actually like hold this top and just be like a kind of forever nuisance up here and have really good control of the island, like non-stop. Like if you can drag your Lucio up top as well, then like Winston comes up to contest, he can boot back, and it's like way more awkward. The hit scan has to swing like into your line of sight to get something done to clear you. And I think if you can do that, that's good. But it's kind of hard to have like a consistent like, oh yeah, this is your starting spot all the time, because sometimes like it just doesn't suit, you know, like it'll be really easy for them to clear you from one spot, but it doesn't necessarily mean that you shouldn't take it. And like where you're at right now, like you have full skill and their Kiri's just like up in your face, you know, like if you shift their Kiri right now, like face to face, like you have shift, you have wall, you have like so many different cooldowns, you're probably not going to get like punished to the point of dying. Like nothing can chase you up top, you know, like it's only the Winston and the Kiri. Their Lucio's on the ground, their hit scan like pretty much can't shoot you with line of sight up top. So I think if you start in a good position like this and you know this is a good spot, which like for sure it is, because like on Hazard, like I suppose the defining characteristic of like what makes good space is like if you can get on top of people really, really easily, if you can get close to their backline super easily. So if you have this spot and you have a Freya, which can like really easily like follow up on any damage you deal up here, you should fight pretty hard to hold this shit. So I think here, like giving it up and not using any skills is just like, maybe you're thinking, oh, we need to pull them in, we need to play back, my Moira's not helping me. And that's true about Bubble Soda, to be fair, you know, like you're going to need some assistance. Like you maybe you need a heal orb, maybe you need Clown, but you know, one way or another, like this is actually really good space for you. And like their comp, it's not like they can't clear you, but you should make them fight for it, not just like shift up once, use zero skills. And when you start, this is like the first thing that I think is like not good, basically. Because counter diving the enemy tank on Hazard, like there's a time and a place for it, right? Like tank shooting on Hazard, there's nothing wrong with it. But when you did it here, you were 5v4 and you're boxing the Winston into a little corner. When you're doing it here, the Winston, he still has his bubble, he's still out in the open, and you're not boxing him anywhere. You can't wall him into a corner here. Your job on Hazard is always to kill the squishy targets. Like, you're always trying to get on top of their hit scan, get on top of their Kiri. Like, when their Kiri walked face to face with you here, that should just be like an immediate trigger for you to slash into her face, you know? Just walk at her and shoot her in the face and then slash her afterwards. But if you're slashing at their tank, then their hit scan is to walk really, really free. Like, you are the biggest threat to Casey over here. That's Cassie, isn't it? I don't know, Cassie, whatever. The Cass over here, you are the biggest threat by far. Like, Tracer can help, but you are the number one enemy to the hit scan. So you just giving up all the space here, it's like you kind of had the corner, you drop down, you start backing up. The further away you get, the more you're out on this stretch, the harder it's going to be for you to ever close the gap on him, and you're just going to get stuck out in the open where you take heaps of damage. So like the way that you want to stage is very much like you start up here, and if you're falling back, you're falling back to up here or to back here, always to like a central pillar where you can walk forward and get as close to them with cover before needing to use your shift as possible. It's really important that you're able to close the gap on the Cass, on the Lucio, on the Kiri. And if you back up down here, then you're not in that central position. If you back up down here, you're out in the open, you know? This is somewhere where it's like you're just, from the enemy hit scans POV, you're a sitting duck. You're an easy target, and you're no threat to them at all. So backing up, going for the Winston here. You see now you've used shift, you've used wall, and each tree is just fucking fine, you know? And now you're down here, you're half HP, and you've used every skill. So they're going to get it better next turn, because now you're stuck underneath. So you've given up too much space, and you've put yourself somewhere where now you're in your crux spot. At least now, like, their Winston, like, took a turn behind, and, you know, like, first time you've not shifted towards the backline, instead you've shifted elsewhere. Or rather, you've not shifted toward the Winston, you shifted towards the backline. So going for the Kiri here, I think, is, like, really solid, but it's very much a case of, like, you slash, you bop on her, and you need to kind of, like, rest and wait for your next slash, try and get up onto, like, either a next turn on the Kiri or onto the hit scan or whatever, and just minimize damage taken between these turns. So what you've done here is really fine. Just got to be cautious. Like, you're trying to, like, counter on the Winston, do like big damage to this monkey, but now everyone up top is able to swing on you and deal like huge damage behind you. Right now, like, your shift is like, you know, literally like, you know, tiniest bit of a second away from being back online. So if you didn't like aggressively take this turn on the Winston, and instead you dropped down and you started staging and flanking around and getting ready to go again on the back line, then you would be able to pressure more players. Like the fundamental rule that you need to, like, I suppose, try to embrace on tank is the fact that, like, nobody can 1v1 a tank, really. Like, maybe sometimes you'll, like, catastrophically fuck up and they can 1v1 a tank. But, like, if a tank gets close to any other squishy, they cannot 1v1 a tank. You can 1v2 and you can 1v3 on tank. Like, that's literally what their Winston is doing right now. Like, this guy's half HP, he's inside 3 people, 4 people. So, like, you need to try and apply that principle as much as you can, where you're either finding, like, a wide member of their team, isolating them and just killing them, or you're hamming up like 2 to 3 players at any given moment and then living to tell the tale. So here, coming back to counter dive on the Winston, this is such a problem because of the fact that now all these players are just completely fucking free. This guy doesn't have to think, he can just stand still and aim. Same for them, same for them. So you can't allow these situations too much. And now again, like, twice you've taken the bait on chasing Winston, he lives to tell the tale, and now you're fucked. So the 2 crucial moments for you in the fight, it's like you give up here for free, like a Kiri, something that you can just easily shit on, comes close to you and you don't take the opportunity to force her back, use a skill, walk on her, take a bit of risk and take her out. Like, you have full block, you have full wall when you were back here. When you start backing up here, you back out into the open, so you can no longer wrap around and get on the hit scan again and close the gap on their backliners. And then when you're down here, once you start fighting the Winston, instead of wrapping around here to the hit scan, again, there's like 3 different times where you're giving up the space, you're giving up the opportunity. You want to be able to play forward and get all of these, you know, flanks and pushes onto the Cass, onto the Kiri, onto the Lucio. Here on retake, good start, you know, come up top, shoot out anyone that's here. But once you're up here, you know, you need to start getting down into cover and start working your way towards the side. You know, you want to get up towards, you know, over here and this pillar and start getting closer and closer to where these backliners are. Because from up here, you're just going to take max damage. From high ground, okay, so you drop, you start taking a bit of cover. You can make a more conscious effort to line of sight their hit scan for sure. Like, you're up here and you see the hit scans down there, and you're kind of just like, you know, wandering up through main. Like, you can shift to the side, you know, you can shift from here to here to start staging and rest here a little bit. If they push you, they're pushing you behind cover. Don't just walk through the open, because look how much health you've lost just trying to cross to the cover, right? Like, you've already given them this huge opening in the fight, and because you got a Moira, you know, Bubble Soda's got to fucking run out in the open to chase you. So you've got to be really careful with that. Just trying to be a bit more anchored to the cover, and then, like, you know, again here, like shifting over towards the corner, like blind shifting when you don't have any vision, when you don't have any knowledge. That's really bad unless you're shifting for the position. But here you're shifting for the kills, and when you're on this pillar, you can just keep walking here, you know, you can keep walking and get closer and closer to the targets. So you can, you know, you can walk from here to here, and then you can be right on top of them and not even need to shift, or you can walk from here to here, and then you can shift when you're a little bit closer. But really, just like blind shifting is a really bad habit, I'd say. Walking through the open, again, tremendously bad habit. So this fight, like, it's just doomed from the start.
It's crazy. Really. It's crazy sloppy.
It's just nothing but slop on display there, I'm afraid, but it can happen. You got downpour, and I mean, that's good. Like, you know, once you got a bit of a skill exchange going, once you've seen the bubble, once you got primal, it can be a bit awkward. You can juke it, but, you know, we'll see whether E3 has the capacity. I think here as well, like, things start really well. Like, you get this nice walk through here, but then you start walking out onto the Winston. Like, you're clearly taking the bait on tank shooting, which again is like, It's just low value has gameplay, you know? Like, you see a tank that's easy to clear, like he's playing really close to you, shoot him out, right? Like, take the free damage if he's there, if you can shoot him from cover and he can't shoot you at all. But that's not really what's happening here. Like, you come into this mega room right now, and the Winston's outside, you want to keep on wrapping, trying to get on, again, these targets, the juicy ones, the ones that you can actually kill. Because a Winston with Primal, that you have to kind of chase out in the open. You have to go, you know, on a little bit of a wander to do effective damage, and then you're going to start getting shot in the side by the Tracer and shot in the face by the hit scan. It rapidly becomes not worth it. So you got into the mega room, you see the Winston take a turn up here. It's like, fuck it, he just used shift. I'm going to go start walking on your backline now, you know? Just go play the game of chess. Because right now you're too kind of locked in on trying to chase this Winston out through thick and thin. And while he's 1v5 taking the attention of you and your whole team, everyone else in the enemy team is super free. What's good though is, you know, after he finally pops the primal, you finally give up and you start trying to fight these other players. Once you start trying to fight these other players, I mean, it just works for you. The thing is, it could have happened 10 seconds ago, you know? Like, you could have already been on the Kiri, on the Cass, on the Lucio. Like, I'm pretty sure that Kiri had to use TP a while ago, like a previous TP cooldown ago, because she was up here fighting with her Winston and she got forced out. So, like, you could just be catching that kill by crashing out on the back line because that's where she's going to TP back to. So really, got to be super cautious around getting caught up shooting tank. I know it's easy. It feels good, you know? You get lots of dopamine from shooting a tank. It feels right to do it because you actually do lots of damage, charge your ult and everything. But you need to recognize when it's right and when it's wrong. And sometimes if there's a Winston kind of jumping back and forth, and he's not feeding into a corner and getting himself counterwalled and shit on, often you could be doing more elsewhere. So second half of this fight's all good, but yeah, first half, consistent trend. Alright, we're in control. Let's see where you start standing. Okay, so here or bottom right. I mean, this again, it's like walk until you can't. Really, like anytime you see targets like this, like you just want to walk until you can't, so you can actually get the slash damage. Like if you're slashing back from spawn and you're really desperate to get into the fight, if your slash is taking you out into the open, like you're just doomed, you know? Like a slash has to connect damage or get you into cover. And here you're doing 0 for 2, right? Like it's getting you into the open and you're not connecting damage. So like you always want to walk, you know, before you run. So just walk as far as you possibly can before going for it. And then this right here, I mean, this is like a suicidal man slash on the Tracer. Because like you just got to think like the major thing you always need to avoid is putting your back to the hit scan, trying to chase things where the hit scan gets a double angle on you. Trying to chase someone that's inside here, like you just saw that their entire team was up in this lane. Like you just forced them into this lane. Now, if you want to shoot people that are inside, the way you do it is by standing on this corner. Like you box them all into this corner right here, and then you stand here. You can receive healing. People in the alley can't see you. You can shoot inside the mega room. But if you start chasing inside here, suddenly you're getting back shots from 4 people. So I wouldn't be surprised if you just died a fuck all.
Yeah.
It's like general habit forming stuff, and something that you'll realize is like, you know, you often don't need to really use your shift and don't really need to do anything in order to like hold space and carry on tanks sometimes, because like if you've got a corner like that where you can shoot whoever's in the mega room, they have to swing you on this corner into your slash, into your wall, they just won't peek or the kill will be delivered to you for free. Same as when you're up here and it's like you can get shot out by their Cass. You know, the Cass can definitely poke you when you're up here, but like if a Kiri walks up in your face here and you put a wall up so that the Cass can't see you properly anymore and you just slash the Kiri in the face, like she has to run. She can't face-to-face fighter has with full block and full health. So like when you have these strong positions, you don't necessarily need to like reinvent the wheel to do anything. You can just stand still and shoot your gun, which does more damage than their guns at close range. What do we have now? You're up here and you seem to very much like, you know, you like staging from up here. Again, it's good to come up here if you're clearing someone, but starting from up here doesn't actually do much for you versus a hit scan versus everyone else, because the cover's down here, you know? Like the way you're going to work your way through the point is down through here and here and here and here and here, and you know, you're just weaving your way in towards these backliners, and you're not going to do that from up top unless you're slashing off the top rope where they can just shoot you in the face. Little point force coming through because it's OT. I think the way this should play, like from a team standpoint, I don't know if there's like a shot caller or whatever, but a tracer should touch the point, and then you should be able to go and kill people. You know, like you don't need to 3-man touch point in OT. You need one person to touch point for 0.1 seconds to start the overtime wick. You know, and then tracer goes on and off and on and off. If instead of you slashing down onto the point from the top ropes, tracer touches, Cass starts trying to shoot your tracer on the point. You slash onto Cass and shoot him in the head. It's a completely different story. But tank needing to touch point in OT, good luck clutching if you have to touch the point. You know. This is a 2-to-1. This is a 2-to-1 cost, so you could very well clutch this 4v5. But yeah, like your agency to carry really goes down if you throw yourself onto the point. It's worked out fine for you here because copacetic just wants to die with his beat face to face with you or whatever. But from down here, I mean, I think you can recognize that you don't have a very good angle to actually get on anyone. You know, you have to slash up.
Yeah,
you can't be hot. You can't see anyone. You can't do anything if they play top properly. So if someone else can touch the point. I mean, you managed to steal the flip here. It's a fucking Christmas miracle, but it's not good fundamentally. It's a lot better if Tracer touches and then you go kill someone. You get on the cast. And I mean, I'm really seeing on the cast yet. This is our first time face to face with the cast really. Here, it's nice though. Play cover a little bit. You're a buckler, dude. You're a buckler. You're button mashing. Like, you just gotta settle down with shit like this. This is illegal. You get the kill anyway, but yeah, you just gotta chill. Walk up to the cover.
Yeah, I almost joked that.
Yeah, like the short slash. Yeah, it can't happen.
I think I just
Maybe you were just experimenting because shift was on CD or something, so then you double tapped it. I'm not sure, but either way, like when you're taking that duel, like you know, you can just walk to cover, shoot him in the face, slash when it comes up. Like just abuse the pillar, you know, or always abuse the cover. Like no matter how healthy you are, no matter how unhealthy they are, like every character in the game, like the more abusive you are to cover, the further you'll go. Doesn't matter like what role. What's that?
Oh, yeah, that point was just bad. That was just
yeah, I mean, it can happen. You know, you don't have to play mechanical perfectly to win by any means. This point is probably like the. Oh, go on.
I think this one was a lot better.
Yeah,
from memory.
I think this point is harder, like, to play the Hazard in the sense that it's, like, more open. Like, you don't get, you know, the best conditions for Hazard are, like, when you can stage from above them and when you can play close corners. And those things just don't really exist on Sanctuary. So I think of all the maps, this one is the hardest for you, for sure. Like, if this one was your best, then that's nice. And it's probably because they're on Winston, which, you know, suffers from some similar problems on the open space. But, yeah, like, this map, it's really hard for you to stage in, like, a meaningful way. Because if you start holding this close corner, they just rotate wide, and then you have to go on a fucking odyssey to catch them. So this map probably brings you the most trouble. But what was your hero pool again? It was like Queen in this, right?
Queen has Ram and Mauger, and then I can play like some other odd heroes. So it's like the whole Overwatch 2 lineup.
Yeah, fair enough. Maybe there's no like none of those heroes are particularly great for like the open map, to be honest. But maybe this level does.
Yeah.
Because yeah, just like all of the ground tanks kind of struggle when you have like really open space. Maybe Ram's the most survivable of the lot here, but has done just fine. What you've done at the beginning is cool. Just, you know, contest the mega side, fight the Winston a little bit. What you want to be looking for is like, again, the opportunity to like pop in on the back line though. Coming back and like holding the open corner is really fine though. Like, you know, your team has the open side and you have a Freya. So like if you start holding drum side, like you start holding, say this corner here, for example, and your team comes out in the open, you know, so like Kiri, Lucio, whatever, touches point, Freya touches point, Freya plays up top, they have to swing into you. And it's like, once they swing, you can go, you can get your wall up. So here is good, like not overcommitting inside, not trying to chase the Winston. We're chasing the Winston. Okay.
So wait, so when the point unlocks, should we only send one person to point and keep having the fight on the right, or should we bait them in a bit?
I think that holding out here, like who's fighting over here? Who's actually over here?
I don't think maybe my supports, but
yeah, because like your supports can just come main, you know what I mean? Like Winston jumps your Kiri here, your Kiri TP's out towards the point. You have 3 on point. You have you holding this side or this side. Lucio can get out for sure. Like Lucio can just wall right through here and come out. Like if everyone just comes point side, like the unlock's really important. Like in team play, in any play, the unlock's really important. It's not the tank's job to stand on the point and cap the point, but from a team standpoint, the unlock is absolutely crucial. You know, unlock happens, you need bodies on the point, you need people tapping immediately. Like that's just how the game goes. And here, like unlock has happened, you've got someone on the point. But you've also been given the open side for free. You have a Freya, a character that wants the open side. They have a Winston, a character that will struggle the further you play away from them. Like, just as you will struggle when you play far away, they will struggle when your team plays far away. And you have a Freya which wants max range. So here, it's like they give you this free open side. You should just take the point, take the open side. You know, Lucio, Kiri, Freya, they can all just spread out towards this open space. Like, you know, Lucio, Kiri, Freya, all along this line that I'm drawing right here. And then you're just on the close corner. Anyone tries to dive over to the point, you can keep standing on the corner, shoot them in the back. Hit scan comes out, swings on you, you shoot the hit scan instead. You slash the door, you throw the wall up, and then you come back and you fight main. You don't even need to dive backline and kill them because they've given you the point for free. They have to come out into the open versus all that damage. But instead, here, like, Winston's isolated himself a little bit. You slash across, you wall in here, and maybe this just works out either way, you know, because like your wall has blocked a lot of these backliners off. You find the kill on the Winston, so I shouldn't be too critical for, you know, taking a kill where it is. Just from like a team standpoint, a fundamental perspective, it's like the unlock happens. You want to be putting resources into the unlock. Your Freya did the Freya's job. Lucio Kiri should probably come over to the same side of the map as the Freya too, because that's where the unlock's happening. That's where the fight ideally will take place. You don't want the fight to take place here because your Freya can't see here, right? And somebody has to cap point. Freya, Kiri, Lucio are all pretty good candidates to be on that side. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Do you want to hear about like team concept stuff, or do you just want individual?
Oh, no, 100% on everything.
Okay, cool.
Like, I know, just anything to make us better as a team.
Yeah, cool. All right. Easy. And then, yeah, here, I think totally fine. Only thing to be cautious of is, like, you have no wall. Like, you're 5v4, you have the cap, you have no wall. Like, it's important that you don't get yourself traded. If someone's, like, really aggressively fighting right now, for example, your Tracer with no recall that's inside their cast's ass, then there's, like, more pressure for you to, like, go and fight. But always just be aware, you know, like, you're trying to contest the Kiri out here. The hit scan is, just as you are the biggest threat to the hit scan is the biggest threat to you. So slashing on a Kiri when you don't know where the hit scan is, when you don't have wall, it can be, you know, perhaps a trigger for you to take damage. But again, you're like 600 HP, so it's fine. Just be cautious not to get traded. Now you have the wall, find the hit scan, kill the hit scan, and then yeah, just go chase out some targets. Chasing a Tracer, I mean, it can happen. You know, you're trying to chase out a Tracer, you've lost a recall, I suppose, you walled her off. There's you don't have to be too nitpicky about that. You know, whether your judgment is to chase a Tracer or a Lucio, like it's two things that can get away from you. I wouldn't threat there. Not everything has to be perfect. It's more about the general stuff, and I think here, this is where it gets bad, you know? This is where it's like, you're giving them a really significant advantage in this fight because you're coming up here early. This pillar right here is crap because there's no cover up here. So like fighting up here, it's not like a high ground where you can drop on them because they can just use their eyeballs and shoot you in the face, you know? Like you're not skinny enough to hide behind the tree. So you really need to play more for like this corner to count. Like if anyone wants to come in here, you just wall them, right? So you just play this corner, and you just wall them when they come through. Hitting them on this stretch is like, this is when you have downpour, you know? You have downpour, you want to catch them in like a big, long, straight lane. You want to fight aggressive and your Tracer wants to finish behind. But taking a big neutral out here, like you're going to lose your condition. So here now you've lost half HP, you've lost wall, I think you've lost shift too. So every skill, and you're just getting fucked. And when you're backing off too, you're not backing off into the corner. You just keep running away from the more valuable space. It's always good if you can like recognize, oh, I can actually just sit here. My supports can heal me and I don't need to give it up. You know, you're scared, you're taking damage. So you just keep running and running. But you know, ideally, if you could sit in a corner like this, it would be nice. Obviously, there's a Tracer here that might be able to shoot you in the side, but, you know, you also have teammates. Playing for the open side when your Freya's out here is probably, you know, the best, like, long-term play, though. And they didn't actually push at all. Like, after you've done what you did there, they should be, like, running out at you, you know? Like, Winston should be, like, jumping here and taking a turn. And, you know, everyone should be, like, really pushing into your team, but they're not doing that. So there's no punishment for your actions. But where you wind up now, you know, you come all the way to the back of the drum. How do you stage as Hazard from the back of the drum? Like, you need to stay close to them at all times. You need to stay close enough to them that you can actually find the kill. You're running away here for safety, but now you're 500 million miles away from anyone to actually kill. So you've got to be really cautious about that, about giving too much space, because now you've just, you know, done this big fucking loop. You know, you're literally going all the way through here, all the way through here, all the way through here, all the way through here. And it's like for 10 seconds of walking around in circles, what have we accomplished? And the answer
so I should be sitting on the stairs We're not sitting on the stairs, but pressuring
on
the
the corner.
stairs.
Well, you should just be like, you know, you should be taking it block by block by block. You should always think like, what corner or little pillar can I sit on that needs to be cleared, that I need to be forced out of? Much as on downtown, it's like you start on that high ground top right thing, and then you can drop down to the balcony or you can drop down to the center pillar. Here, it's like, you know, you can start here or here, and then back to this corner and make them force you out of this corner, and then back to this corner and make them force you out of this corner, and then back, you know, maybe to these pillars if you're losing space and you never get an opportunity to push again. But like, you just want to go block by block by block. But instead, you started here in the open, no corner. Like on top of this, there is no cover. So up here, no cover, and then you went all the way back to here in one turn. Instead of going 1 block, 2 block, 3 block. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get what you mean.
Cool. So yeah, that's probably the most important thing, is like recognizing when you're giving up too much of the map for free. When there's a corner that you can be holding on to that you're just not. And then here, like, you know, there's not a lot to say about like the micro or the fight, to be honest. Like once you're scrapping it out on the point, it's really hard for you to ever get back on the juiciest targets. And I mean, there's stuff in front of you to shoot the whole time. You see stuff like this though, like Winston on the point, this guy over here, again, like these are the targets you want to kill. I mean, clearly in your head, you know, I've watched enough of you play at this point. This is the guy that you personally want to kill. But I'm telling you that these are the people you want to kill. You know, like these are the people you want to get on. Like you just made their Kiri TP. Fucking wait, did you? Maybe that was your Kiri's TP in your face. But you want to kill these players for sure. Apparently I'm fucking hallucinating a Kiriko TP. But either way, like you want to go for these squishies as much as you possibly can. And right now it's just not happening nearly enough.
Hunting them down. They're on the objective. Push them out.
Come back in. Just come back to the center pillar. Come to the next pillar. Walk up. Walk up. Walk up. Here, like here to here to here. You know, like if you want to step up, always anchor yourself to something. Right? You come up here out into the open. You're just on the longest angle possible to take damage. You know, you must get close to people on hazard to do stuff. So you walk forward, you come here, and then you're face to face with the Winston. You can shoot him a little bit, and he has to swing into you. Or you're coming all the way up here and you're flanking around. But I don't know what you'll do from up there. And then again here, like you're counter diving the Winston. It's like maintain one of these close corners. You know, if you walked here to here to here, suddenly this guy jumps in. He's still jumping into 4 of your teammates. You know, like you don't need to be the 5th man. You get what I mean? Like, 1v5 versus 1v4, like it's a doomed formula either way for the Winston. So like what you should do is like you should maintain these corners. Kiri tries to swing out into you, you force her TP. Cass starts shooting you up here, you slash him, he has to run away. Suddenly Kiri has no TP, Cass is out of the fight, you're still fine, and then you come back in from behind and you've caught the Lucio too, you know? Like there's so many targets for you to chase and fight forward, but you're always going for the first thing that you see, which is always the tank. And it works here because he's a fucking bum, but you know that's beside the point.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I mean, it works out.
Agreed. I mean, look, if it works, it works, but it just doesn't work, does it?
No, it shouldn't work.
Okay, so here you rest on the pillar. That's good. You find yourself a target. You see this. I think, you know, only thing is like you're playing here for like kills. Really okay. Like there's stuff happening outside on the point. Like you've shifted past a Lucio to go for this. You don't get like any good damage on him. Like you don't get like a big meat shot on him. It's fine to, instead of like walling to try and finish the kill, to wall them off and fight the other players, you know? Like Wall's really good at like splitting people out of the fight regardless. So here it's like you go for the slash, you don't really get what you want, put the wall down and then start fighting what was behind you, you know? Like this Lucio solo touching the point, you can make a 1v3 on the Lucio, but instead you're chasing inside. It's, you know, through some fucking miracle you get this cast off, you know, like on 19 HP. And I don't know if you'll like win or lose. I guess maybe you'll win. But yeah, you need to be able to like cut your losses at some point. It's like as I was saying, when you're down here, you know, you fight the Kiri on the corner and then you slash at the cast. Like your goal isn't necessarily to kill their hit scan in scenes like this, you know? It's just to do meaningful damage, so they have to fuck off and run away. And then if they fuck off and run away, they have to leave for like almost 10 seconds to take a pack and come back. And if they don't take a pack and come back and they peek you a second time on half HP, then you kill them with the slash. But going all in and trying to like one-bop them, that means that, you know, if you don't hit every shot, you just lose the duel. It's different if it's a pure 1v1, but yeah, it really depends. And a situation like that, like when you commit it, it's like, fuck, you know, like you just don't need to do all that. Like you can just wall him out of the fight and go from there. Here, the way you're retaking is good. You son of a bitch. Unbelievable.
I'm pretty sure he dies though.
Yeah, I mean, he has AIDS.
It's a miracle, but
maybe he's still fighting.
I
Like
win.
he's going in for more. Like this guy's a psychopath.
I think
No,
actually we lose.
Okay,
Yeah,
he
never
clutched
mind.
up. All right, yeah. Anyway, stop tank shooting. You know, the Winston disjunct in 1v5.
Yeah, that's the
Come
biggest
here,
thing I've
block
seen.
4 people. Block 4 people. You know, like come here, put the wall down, shoot the hit scan a little, block. You know, shoot the hit scan, block, play the corner because otherwise you'll be peeking 4 people. But you know, play the corner, shoot them in the face, throw your wall up, use your block, slash back. You caught the Winston when he was trying to back jump out and you won. You know, don't commit all your health. You know, just try and like block 1v3.
Yeah.
Because that Winston isn't trying to block 1v3, he's trying to kill, and somehow he killed 2 and got away with it. It's goddamn walking. I think going through the right-hand side is really the right way to go about things, though. Because if you go through the left and it's all open, it's like, it's really hard for you. It's like too far away to do anything, so I think going through the right side is really fine. If you can like get out...
I think he would just chill. I think I watched my Lucio die, so we're just playing for update at this point.
Yeah. In terms of like retake options, like because you have the Freya and because they have a Winston, going to the open side can really be okay. Like it's really hard for the Winston to close the gap and actually get a kill versus your comp. Like Winston can't jump Freya, he can't jump these heroes very well, and he can't jump you two either. So if you go to the open side, your Freya can carry. You go open, Freya can carry from the open stretch, can fuck the Winston, and then it becomes your job. It's like your backline is swinging out here, and your job is to just work your way up, you know? Just work your way up, come through here, come slashing out here, or be the guy that's touching point, you know? Come through here, tap point on this pillar, tap point behind here. You be the guy that's touching point, and everyone else is playing open and wide and trying to fuck them that way. If you're coming through this side, your hit scan has much less agency to carry. Like Freya is kind of boxed into a lane, but what you can do is you're trying to waste people's time instead, you know? You come through here, you're trying to throw up the wall, 1v3, block, sit on a corner, tap a little, you know, peek and shoot, and hope that they fuck the Winston from behind that way. But I think, you know, coming through this lane, this is the selfish benefit for you because this is where your space is best. You know, this is where your walls are good. Coming through this side, this is where it's better for your Freya. Open space, harder for their Winston. That's how you should try and think about it. So I think either option is really valid. It just depends on whether you're playing to yourself or playing for your team. Here, you come wide, you touch the point, so you're exhausting option 2. Now this guy just does not like dropping the beat, does he? Okay, so this all works out okay. Only thing I'll say is like when you came in to touch the point, it's nice that you're like continually trying to touch the point. But like once this guy has shot and you have beat, you can get ready to kind of get active, you know? Like they're walking up like really close into you. It can be time to go at any given moment. It's quite incredible that like two fights or 2 times in a row now, like they've just given you the cap for free when your team goes and stands on it at like 99%. But I think like their cast like walks up onto you, you have beat, like you can start walking up on him and slashing rather than just hiding, you know? Like you can get ready to fight because you're getting ready for a big old fight here. All works out in the wash though, because not only you get the flip, but you also kill their fucking Lucio that doesn't feel like that. So. But yeah,
I chase down the Winston again. So.
Yeah, no, I mean it's okay. You're chasing him down like 1v4 at this point. You know, I don't want you to never shoot the tank, right? Killing the tank in a 1v2 or even a 5v2, it's like absolutely, dude. It's just like killing the tank if he's 1v5 is fine too. But the problem is when you give up the map to do it. I think that's the distinction that you really need to make. Because I think you're going to come out of this session and you're never going to shoot the tank because you're going to think that you have like a big tank shooting problem. But like what you really need to understand is like you are giving up space to shoot the tank, you know? You are standing on the good corner where you can block 4 people and you're giving it away to chase a Winston and to expose your back to their hit scan and to expose your back to the Curie. That's what you really need to stop doing. You need to stop turning around to chase someone that's inting into your team when you can block everyone else from pushing, and that same man will be inting no matter what. That's what you need to kind of work out. And it's a difficult distinction to make, of course. You know, it's, I suppose the balance in terms of like reading the situation, knowing whether or not your team can deal with it by their lonesome and whether or not you're in a position to actually carry. Now we're back on a good map to you, so I suppose naturally we're going to lose.
Yeah.
Careful in these first fights in terms of like the habit. Maybe are you trying to build up your passive for the major? Is that what you were doing on the cast? I'm not sure.
I think I'm just poking. I'm just waiting for a dive.
Just careful with like you're poking, they're poking, like your poke is shit at mid range plus, you know? Like if you
Yeah.
poke a Cass and you shoot him 3 times in the body and he's also shooting at you at the same time, like you do not come away the beneficiary of that at this range, you know? Like you will lose your entire health bar at this range and he will lose fucking 2 bars. So you be very careful with like this sort of mid-range poking habit versus like hit scans and shit in particular, because like this is beyond an unfavorable matchup. That being said, he didn't shoot you once. You got bone spurs on him for poking him like fucking 10 times, and you just bopped him. But yeah, this is like a really scary habit, I'd say, because again, like you do this versus the Cass, every time you shoot him, he has timing to shoot you too, and his gun does not do that.
Yeah.
But
If I ignore, if I wasn't swinging and he walks forward, like is the play that I just did bad saying I did not like just like sacrifice a third of my HP to like swing him? Like is jumping really aggressively, really quickly, you know, trying to catch him off guard?
I think what you do
that
is you see him swinging right, you walk left on the pillar, and you're here. You know, like he's right on the pillar, you go left on the pillar, he can't see you. You walk up, and now you're face to face with him, and his effective range has been cucked. And now you can shoot him without slashing. You know, now you can walk into his face and go shoot, slash, pop. You know what I mean? Like you just
When am I trying to use like slash? Like, am I trying to not use it like? Well, I just use it instantly. But am I trying to save it a bit and just try and close the distance naturally?
I think
because you're saying swing left.
Again, if you have the opportunity to close the distance without using your slash, you should always do that. Like, slash is good to finish a kill. It's good if you have it available to get out though, right? Like if you slash in at the very beginning to close the gap, they're gonna be like, look at this fucking idiot, and 5 people will shoot you. You know, like you'll be the Winston. So like, it's really important that like your slash is used. I suppose there's no easy rule to say like, you should always use it to finish a kill. You should always use it for mobility. But like, you know, just think about like watching literally anyone play the game. Like if someone just really readily uses their shift all of the time in Overwatch, they are an easy kill for you, you know? Like they are a sitting duck if they just use their shift willy-nilly with no rhyme or reason. So like ultimately the best part of your kit isn't the fact that you have the slash. It's the fact that when you're close to them, your gun does heaps of damage and you have the wall. The slash is like a nice little bonus. When you have bone spurs on, you can pop it on them and kill them really easily. The slash is a core part of your kit. But if you can walk on someone and not take damage in the process, you might as well, you know? And like, what's the cost to you between coming here and going shoot, where any shot can equally be matched by their cast, versus in that same time, instead of shoot, you know, step, and then your shot does twice as much damage and his shot does the same. You know what I mean? Like it's just if you can walk somewhere and there's no cost to you losing the fight with the downtime, walk there. And then here, really nice. You know, now you've done massive bulk damage with your block because you didn't have to block on the walk. And you just, instead of shooting a Winston, now their Winston is full HP, but you've killed a Cass, you've killed a Kiri, you're probably going to kill a Lucio too. This is a win that, assuming you do win, you've won. This is a fight where you've actually won because of you. You know, like lots of the fights that came before it, you did not win because of you. But this is a fight where you actually did something. You know, like
100%. Yeah.
Congratulations, you got above participation medal territory. Okay, so here, like. These are the moments. Let's go back a little. Let's watch the moment in not 2x. Okay. Good spot.
Really
Good spot. It's a really fine spot to start. Like, unless they all like really fast come out, like it's fine to start towards the middle. Don't sit here forever, but like, you know, just hear where they're coming from and then rotate to the side. So it's really fine to do that. And here, like Winston jumps out. Depending on where your team is at, this is where you can kind of make that judgment, right? Like this wall choke, you can wall here and fuck someone that's come through the choke real easy. But it really depends on where your team is, you know? Like if you had like hit scan over here as well, like one more person over here to actually fuck the monkey, I'd say wall here, slash here, kill Winston, you know? Because like you can wall off all the damage, you can wall off all the healing, you can absolutely destroy him. But because your hit scan is not... Is your hit scan dead or something? What the fuck? Where are they?
No. I think he wanted to play on like a very back side of the map. Thoughts on this position?
He's fucking. He literally eats Lego. I wouldn't listen to a hit scan when it comes to thoughts. All right. So yeah, here, like for sure, like your hit scan's angle is just like terrible to see anything. Like it's like really far away. Like really passive. I think. Like from here, like I just think like outrageously passive, and they can all like rotate through here, and they have heaps of cover. I think hit scan can for sure.
So should he be? Where should he be?
I think you can play like this. I think you can play like this top side. Like you got to be a little careful peeking here, but like you want to pull them out a little bit. Like you have Freya, you want the long angle. I just think this is like really far. It's really far, and if they fast rotate side, then he gets caught out a little bit. I think you're better off like starting over here, starting up here, going for a little pop, peek and bolt, and then coming back and playing the open side. Just play up through here. Like I don't think that you need to start back here. It's not like Mercy Ash, 2020 sitting on a far high ground. Like people don't play it that far anymore. No matter where your Ash plays, like the Winston can't dive her anyway, because she can always just fucking get away with dashes and updraft. So I think it's just really far. Anyway, your Ash is like playing back. You wall their rotation, but like often teams will rotate like here through here, so it's actually good like to catch them on the rotation in this long stretch where you can actually do like big damage to them. So like if you're trying to catch someone out here, wall off this side and isolate them, but if you're trying to wall their rotation as they cross through here, often it's better to wall like the exit side and
I see it.
Yeah. But here, like you've used your wall, it wasn't great, so now you're not like pressing it too much, you're not overdoing it. I think by the time you wind up slashing though, game's sort of gone. Like you've actually done a good thing on the rotation. You made them bubble, you made them Suzu. You're gonna win the next turn if the next turn is good. So like here, first rotation, second rotation, your wall is out, but look, bubbles down, Suzu's down, heaps of time. Now all you gotta do, walk here, slash when you're close, do big damage, or walk here, slash above them with wall, because wall will be back eventually. Just have a good engagement. Like this Winston doesn't have bubble for what? How many more seconds? 8 more seconds, Your wall, your slash will be online and full. Like you can get a really good engagement in this timing when you still have Suzu. Like you have a big cooldown advantage now, but you're sort of just like forcing into it, going for a slash where you're like, again, a little bit too far away. Like you're not up on the pillar. The time to hit their rotation was here. But because they've used all their skills on the rotation, you get a second time and you just need to walk for it. Just no need to rush. You see all those skills get used, but now like your Suzu, your block, it's all burned chasing a fucking dream.
Yeah, so I just need to play slower.
Well, not slower, I guess. Well, maybe slower is right, because you shifted into them all. But again, like it's that walk don't run thing, right? Like walk don't slash.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna hold my horses a bit, just play a little bit more calm.
I think
if I just walk up this,
I want you to get into the habit of walking to as many pillars as you can before slashing. Like you slash from here all the time. You slash from before the cover constantly. If you want like a broadly applicable piece of feedback, like walk to a corner before you think about using the slash every time. Walk to as many free corners as you possibly can. If you see the hit scan on the right, walk to the left so you can get closer and closer and closer to them before using a skill. Where are we going right now?
I don't actually remember. I just remember watching him die. I was trying to hit like the fireman, like escape hole, and I just watch him die at all.
It's fucking unbelievable. Like you've got a pillar, you can like wrap around and get back on their hit scan, and you just this guy thinks he's in the fire station. Like I got nothing to say about that one. I got nothing to say.
Phenomenal play.
My heart goes out to you, dude. Like seriously. Oh my god.
So just my downpour online.
Yeah, so now I mean it's like downpour turn, you get their bubble out, you get their Suzu out, you get some of this going, and you can get a good downpour happening. Wow, you're an ambitious man, dude. Like so ambitious. Here it's like a two-step, like if that cast's like actually right here, you can slash him here, right? But you can't go over the wall and go like all the way in. Like you don't have a support ult going right now. Like if you get away with this right now, like you are the luckiest man in the world. Like you want to contest the hit scan off here, slash him back, make him backstep, and then sit here underneath and rest and rest and rest, and then come and walk up here and go for your next turn that way. But doing this all in one step from here all the way over to here, it's just too much time you spend with no cover out in the open getting shot in the face. Like, look how much damage you've taken to do this. and you've not died. But like I don't know, God, you've not downpoured anything either, and I don't know, God is good for the fact that you're still alive right now. Hopefully that changes soon. Yeah, fucking hallelujah. Hallelujah. So yeah,
I think I'm
like,
seeing myself like I'm just rushing myself without taking the actual.
just two
like,
steps,
two
two steps, not
yeah.
one. You know, like truly, like one shift gets their cooldowns out. The next shift kills them. But what you're trying to do is like one cycle of wall and one shift, and you just want it all then and there. You know, like everyone has the buttons to survive you. You know, like you're in a scrim, you're in team play. The Suzu is going to go on the person you shift on. You know, they are going to shift away from you. But like you shift once, they use Suzu and shift. Your next shift comes on faster than theirs, you know? Hit scan, support shifts, they are slower than your shift. So one slash to make them use buttons, the next slash to kill them. And you rest in that downtime. You recharge your resources.
I feel all warm inside.
It's even easier when you have the downpour because it's like, you know, that first shift gets everything out, then that next shift doesn't even have to kill them. It just has to get you close enough to get a good downpour.
Yeah.
But if you go one shift, hopefully they use all their skills and you get the downpour right after, like you're out in the open, no hell. Here, you're straight onto the Winston, but it's not a great fight. It's not a great fight either way, but you're straight onto a Winston that has primal. Look at these motherfuckers. Don't these people... Hell kind of skin. The fucking Lawrence of Arabia Cassidy skin on right now. What is going on here?
That's tough.
That's actually that is insane. Sorry, I'm not up to date on the cosmetics, but this shit is unbelievable. But yeah, here like you get top for free. You come down bottom. It's hard for you to go back to top. You know, you have to use a shift. It's like a mobility shift. It's like really unlikely that you're going to be able to slash anyone up on the high ground unless they're standing on the edge and they have a hole in their head. So here, like you drop down to the point. For one, you're chasing the Winston, and for two, you're putting yourself in a position where like it's a little bit like the point on downtown where you go to the low ground to get back up onto the high ground is really fucking hard. So yeah, double negative here, I'm afraid. And then yeah, I mean you're already like 3v5 by the time it's lost, so I don't think there's much to talk about there. Yeah, final retake. Someone else can deal with the point touch. You have a Tracer, so your Tracer should really be fine to get the touch. And you should just be slashing out, you know, a slash up to here, like slash at their Cass, rest down here, take the mini, rest down here, shoot their Winston a little bit, hope the Cass can't keep swinging you and shooting you in the head. But first slash is like here to here. Here to this guy's face and hope that he goes away, but really just like resting and staging for the next. But yeah, you're not a fan of the staging shift. You like going over this thing, and going over this thing is fucking it's low probability for sure. Like you got to get pretty lucky to get the kill here.
Oh, I think I just die. Yeah,
no, you're not looking lucky. I believe it. I believe it. I feel like I've seen what's required, mate. Is every code hazard? Because I feel like
no. Next code is Queen, but I think it's an incredible choke. You're going to be like flabbergasted. Like,
all right, I'm happy with that. I'm happy to sit slack.
I think I just start switching tanks to vibe. So I think I just had one of the I switched Winston right at the end. Just had like the worst performance ever.
Okay. Well, I suppose good news for this is like if you're playing Queen and Hazard, like a lot of those fundamental principles are the same. In terms of like on Queen, because you don't have a shift, like if you improve like your fundamentals on Queen, your fundamentals on Hazard will improve a lot too, because you don't have a shift that jumps you. You have to hold those corners, you know? You have to have an understanding of like all the different corners that you can hold to maintain the space. Hazard, like, I'm not going to say that his shift is bait, but like the shift can be a bit of a crutch away from you holding the good space. Whereas on Queen, you just don't have the option to do anything but that. So here, you start up on the middle pillar. This shout, I mean, it's a war crime. I don't know what you're shouting right now. Like you always want to be able to shout late, you know? Like having to shout early to push onto stuff is not good. It's good if you can give people the overhealth in the middle of the fight, which helps clutch up. If everyone gets the overhealth when they're already full HP, it doesn't do a whole lot, you know? Like, sometimes it's okay to, like, shout for the mobility because you want to run someone down, but a later shout is a better shout, usually speaking. So here, shouting, when there's nothing on your screen, what's the point, you know? Who is benefiting from this overhealth right now, you know? You want to get the overhealth, have some heals that tick through, you know, like while you have the overhealth and some of your missing health gets healed up while it's on you. But here, you're just going for the shout really early. You're not trying to like step and get the information first up. You still find a kill, but yeah, a later shout is a better shout for sure. You start taking cart.
We're moving.
Mythic skin or something? Why does it voice sound like that?
Yeah, it's the mythic.
Okay, I'm sorry, dude. I'm almost 30 years old. I'm not up to date with the cosmetics since Overwatch 1. Like it's been a rough 20s. All right, so here, this whole space is really hard for you to actually fight forward. You're pretty like anchored to the cart for like the majority of like these pushing phases on Queen and like new Queen. But here, it's like what you've got to recognize is that like their point contest ain't really all that, you know? You want to be able to like pull them in as much as you can. Queen is the pull them in character where like unless you have a close corner that you can set up on and choke them out and like axe the corner, because you always want to do that if you can, right? Like if there's a choke where you can hold the side, swing the axe and hit 3 people, you want to do that. But Queen isn't a dive champ, you know? Queen is like a sit on card champ and make them come.
Yeah, you're about to see something spectacular then. You're not gonna
you're
like
about
this.
to. I mean, you're running. It's already over, mate. Like you're running across the fucking universe. Like anyone with hands, you're gonna shoot you in the head 15 times. You're gonna die. Yeah, I mean,
I think like our whole team's playstyle with the Queen was sort of just run at them.
Just go.
Shout. Yeah, just like sort of like all like nothing, and then all at once.
Yeah, well, I think that like you see the way this played. It's actually low-key worked out for you. Like, you're going to get checked here. But, like, the way the Queen really works is, like, you just sit on cart, make them touch, right? And, like, if you're dancing around the cart and their Doom is dancing around the cart, you will shoot out their Doom. Like, their Doom cannot maintain on the payload because you're skinny as fuck, you know? Like, you're hard to shoot out on the payload. And he's fat as fuck. So, like, you shoot him and he takes a bunch of damage. And they actually have to dive. And it's like once they dive, you know, once you're line of sighting their hit scan by using the cart and you're just shooting the Doom in the face and you keep line of sighting their hit scan, you keep shooting the Doom, they have to go over you and try and kill your Lucio or your Kiri or your Freya or something like that. And it's once they go over you and they start pushing into you, then you can use shout and someone's going to benefit from your shout health then. And the hit scan's actually walking towards you then because they need to get into the fight. They need to get active and shoot your teammates. So it's like you set up with good positioning, and you're the cart bitch just standing there fucking pushing it, doing nothing, chilling, shooting the tank. It's okay to shoot the tank on Queen for a scene like that, you know? And then once they push into you, then you can go. Then you can react with the shout. But if you're using the shout purely for mobility and you're trying to fucking, you know, you're trying to be fucking, what's his name? You're trying to be gout, you know, you're trying to hit the fucking 200-meter sprint. Like, good luck to you, dude. Like, it's just not happening.
So it's sort of the same principle with Hazard where I need to be playing my pillar or sticking myself to a pillar waiting for the axe opportunity.
Pretty much, yeah.
So, say they had like a sort of a slower, like maybe like a Riss or a Ram. Where is it sort of the same thing? Because well, they're going to be able to.
I think you'll match up. I think that's when it starts to get into the territory of like you are no longer favorably matching up into their tank. That's when like the style that you're playing right now has more and more merit. You know, like if you're versus a tank that you favorably match up into, like you can hold the point and win the neutral, then you should do that. But if you're versus like an Orisa or a Ram, then you need to find a way to creatively close the gap. I think the way you did it here is like, it's just never going to work like 95% of the time because like from here to here is just too much open space. I'd say that a more likely solution is like you're pulling them in, you know, you push the card as much as you can, their tank comes to contest, and then you come back around the corner, you know? And like you make them come closer to you because once you're around the corner and everyone is playing the long stretch and you have like in here or something like that. I mean, to be honest, it's awkward space. Maybe you have to use like down here. But either way, like you just need to make them come closer because here to here is like the max range on the map, you know, like here to here, like these are max range situations for the hit scan. This is the easiest part of the map for the hit scan and the hardest part for the U. So yeah, it really depends on what tank you're matching up against as to whether, you know, whether they have a gun that can shoot you in the head. But yeah, like versus Doom, it's easy for you. I think it's a simple matchup where you just match up better so you can push cart and line of sight hit scan. And then, yeah, if it's like Orisa Ram, things that can like snare you or just shoot you in the face really easily, then yeah, you want to pull them in towards a corner and make the hit scan come closer to you so you can go over the tank. Here, they're like free pushing the cart underneath. It'd be nice if you could like come through and like start contesting, but like this long stretch is a little awkward, you know? Like once it's past this corner, it comes with a card and you might want to wrap around. So maybe I think it's fine to like wrap around to the side. It's tough that the Lucio died here, to be honest. I thought this is like almost illegal.
No, I remember watching this because I'm pretty sure my Kiri missed the Suzu on him. I remember.
You like walk on it? Oh, no, you got pass.
No.
I can say I saw the Suzu explosion. Yeah, I mean these things can happen. Anyway, pushing through here, like if you can get a fast fight through here and come and fight, go for it. Like if there's something close. Otherwise,
Yeah.
just kind of play for the corner, you know, like come up here, poke a little, get ready to hold the card on the corner. So like this is your statue, this is your like little corner of cover, and you just want to hold the corner right here. Because if you're here, it's really hard for the enemy hit scan to swing you out, you know? Like in this corner, hit scan comes here, it's like really close and like really isolatable, and like Freya can shoot and Lucio and Tracer can go and kill. And if they're up here, they can't see you in here. So this is a good corner for you to hold.
Yeah.
So you just want to like know where your good pillars are for the hero, for the matchup. And this is a good pillar for you here, where you can start holding the payload. But now because your Lucio's dead, look how far back you are, you know? Like you're not holding the pillar at all. You haven't blocked the cart once. Now you start stepping up, but you're always away from the corner. And the corner is really important for you to line of sight this fucker, because this guy is like actually the biggest threat to you. And you're not holding the cart at all, which is like a big part of your job. So yeah, you're out in the open a lot, you're away from the corner a lot, and you just start kind of paying the price for that. If we watch it from your POV, it's not when I was free cam. Like, look at how you actually use your skills. You gave him a punch, but he gave it away again. I think his shout is okay. Like, it's not really like for anything. You've taken a bit of damage, so you use it. I think it's like not the best, not the worst. But yeah, you're kind of like trying to chase across them a lot, like get out into the open space. I think you're 85 on your ult. If you can close the gap, if you can get the axe, it's good. But the best way to do that is to actually hold the corner when they have to swing it, and when you can hold the cart here. If the cart is here, then they have to swing through like a little choke created by the cart. If you let it get around the corner, as things start to get more open for you, things start to get harder and harder for you to actually do. So controlling the cart to create cover for yourself is really, really important. And you never really use the cover. You're sort of just like, you know, you're just like running around the open. So the damage.
So I should be more reactive with the shout.
I think, well, shouting a little later is always good, just so that then it actually like gets on people that have lost a bit of health and can benefit from it. People try to like backstep when a shout comes out a lot of the time. So like if you shout when you're really far away, they're just going to walk away from you. Whereas if you pull them in and then you shout, they're already there. They're already on, you know, you're already on top of them. The mobility is always helpful, of course. But a really early shout is not ideal. Definitely not ideal. Because you just think about like how would you react if an enemy queen shouted at you from across the map, you know?
Oh, I'm getting away,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Helps to be an empath, you know? Alright, so here you come, start tapping cart once I get the check. They're all close spawn, they're all back spawn. They're just like in and around the corner. It's like really fun to shoot their tank here. Like this guy's just taking the piss, I think.
Time for a thunderstorm.
Here?
Yeah, I was sick of the hit scan.
I mean, you got it. You know, you I think you saw a Suzu or something. Like, yeah, you saw a Suzu.
Yeah, no, I watched the Suzu. So
It's, I mean, it's like it's not the flashiest ult, but you got something you got to kill. And now, yeah, just don't get traded. Shoot the tank a little. Yeah, oh shit! You shouted.
Yeah, I kept him alive.
There you fucking go. Now we're cooking. We're back. And yeah, just make sure that someone on your team has the common sense to push the payload. Because yeah, right now, like. Lucio coming back here to kill the Kiri. Someone should be killing the Kiri, but someone must. When you're like 5v3, 5v2, someone must be pushing the payload at all times. Because every late stagger is going to get close spawned if you don't fucking push the cart. If you kill them slower, it's literally better for you if you're pushing the cart, you know? Like on push, the later they die, the better. So stopping, taking the cart and turning off their close spawn in order to fucking kill their Kiri faster, put her on the same respawn wave as your Doomfist, like, this guy's fucking throwing, you know? Like, you're going in the bull. Because it's just no good. Because now everyone's getting close spawn to the enemy team. Oh, am I lying? No, I'm not lying. Thank God I'm so honest. Alright. Yeah. Right here.
Oh, I think I did. Oh, it's a miracle.
I think.
Oh wait, no, it's left to right. Yeah, I get lucky.
Bubble Soda's just taking the piss. I think here the only consideration for you is like, you're running forward off the cart a lot, you know? Like when you're doing this right now, it works out, you get the kill on the cast, but like you don't want to run too far away forward from the cart because the cart is an important part of your cover, you know? You have like this corner and then you have the cart. Cart cover is really important. It's more important when you have the pillar from like actually pushing, but overall, like don't go too far ahead of the payload because that's your cover, you know? Like you have these corners and you have the cart and that's it, you know? You're stuck on big open stretches a lot. So here you traded 1-for-1 in nothing short of miraculous fashion. You beat it for reasons that we'll have to consult with Clown to work out. But yeah, I mean, all works out in the end. Get the kills, Lego Eaters. How have you killed yourself?
Him? Oh, I think I... Wait, do I remember... I don't actually think I remember.
He bolted at his feet or something when fighting the Tracer, maybe?
We're in the lead.
Oh, he got shit on by the
Nice
Tracer.
work.
Alright, that's actually unreal. Proper on the enemy team. Okay, so now you've got check. You get these like kills here. Like, it would be really nice if you could chase and someone else could push payload. Honestly, like, is the bot still scratching its ass right now? It's not. But yeah, it's fine. One person coming back and pushing the card is okay. It's nice if it's not you. Like, once a fight is really happening, like in a 5v5 neutral, you are the tip of the spear. On these corners, you have to push the cart, right? Because you're on the corner and the corner's fine to you. When you're out in the open, you no longer want to be on the cart because you cannot set up, you know, like you're down here, they're up here. If you're standing on the cart like a jerk off, what are you going to do? You know, so you need to kind of set up forward, hold the corner, try and hold the space, go for an axe on the corner, stand on the balcony a little bit, stand on the edges here, like try and make them fight for every inch of space that they possibly can. We're talking in a 5v5 context right now. So like, you want to make them fight for this corner and this corner, because if you're just standing down here, you're never going to get an engagement on anyone. But coming down to fight, like to push the card, just making sure that someone's doing it is okay. But the fact that you both came to do it, now Trace is dead to a meaningless stagger. You know, like if Lucio had just come back right from the start and pushed the fucking payload and let the two players with like huge guns push forward, then like you'd be way better off. So instead of you pushing cart for an additional 3 meters post check, well, it's like we're 8 meters post check. Don't check my arithmetic. But yeah, like if you were up here, Sizzle would not be dead. Kiri would be dead. You know, that would be way favorable. So yeah, it's good for you to push cart when the cart cover is good for you and such. But when the cart cover is not good for you, not so much. Here, you push forward, you found a kill on Lucio, all's good in the world. Just be very aware of the respawn timings. You know, your whole team got wiped. Their whole team got wiped. So like it's fine to push up in the 3v3 and kill the squishies that are, you know, disrespecting you and coming too close. But in the same breath, try to be aware of the fact that your team is also on respawn, so don't go too deep into it. Now you've got kills, and once you've got kills, you should always get off cart, push forward, let someone useless push the cart, like Lucio push cart, or you know, Freya push cart from far away, something like that. And yeah, really like chase. And, it's going to be very traumatic when you lose this map in 5 minutes.
Oh yeah.
Here, like all holding through the open is fine. Holding up on this corner, like this corner is not bad. Cart's already like all the way forward, so really it's okay to like hold here and these pillars. Like just try and take what you can get. Rush is out. This is good, you know. Like they're close enough for you to do this stuff, like for you to get a push turn. So take it, you know. This cart control, it's a bit of a problem. Like really important that there's always someone pushing the cart. Like when this fight is breaking down, like. It doesn't have to be you anymore. Like you have forward corners that you can play. Like it's not a big open stretch like this, but there's nowhere for you to go. You know, there's like heaps of cover for you to duck through, so you no longer have to be a cart bitch. But like it's really important that someone's pushing the cart the entire time you're fighting forward. So here, I guess he just died. It can happen. Maybe Kiri doesn't need to run up your ass to do what they're doing. Maybe they can just stay back in main. Like I think if Kiri's just on top of Lucio doesn't die. So we'll blame Bubble Soda and Clown collectively.
I'm down.
But yeah, you're still pushing cart. Fuck, you really lose this.
You would not believe, bro.
You
gotta see something incredible from there. Like I think I just had like after this side to side to like switch it from around.
Like clean ult backwards or something.
Oh, I think
jacks.
I actually do miss my clean ult, which is funny. Oh, do I? I don't think I use it actually. I think I have some restraint.
Well, here you died in the spawn just because of trades, but I'm waiting for the the second shooter drop or whatever they say. Like you're still dominating, you know. Like where you've come is like good space too, you know. It's really nice if you can block forward spawn. Like you had close spawns turned on, they didn't keep pushing it. If someone comes and blocks it, like it's really nice if you can keep it on, because then they have to come into you and they have to contest, and you have like you win the scrap. But yeah, you came top, you found the hit scan, you killed the hit scan, all's good. Again, like in these scraps, like at any given moment in this fight, if your Tracer or your Lucio had some fucking common sense, they would steal the cart and the game would be over, you know? Like, even if you lose the scrap, they don't get meters, you know? You keep pushing the cart back to their checkpoints. So, like, Lucio, Tracer, like any of these players, like, in the mid-fight, in the scrap, if one of them can steal payload, it's really valuable on push once you have the meters. But here, like, you win a fight, you are up from the start, they weren't controlling the cart, should always take that. You'd always look for that.
I get that, but I choke it.
I mean,
Um,
I think you turned into a knife magician, like out of nowhere in the past, you know, few seconds. Or maybe the
my
past
favorite
2
trick.
minutes. Yeah. What are we gonna do here? I thought you were gonna clean all that guy.
whip on the Lucio. I can't remember, but I do remember my Queen ult terrific. That's probably the next
Okay.
fight.
Here, this is probably a part of the map where it's like, there's actually like something to be said, like feedback wise, where like, it's actually really hard, Queen comp, to push up to here, you know? Like,
Yeah.
to get up onto the high ground, like if they're sitting top, this is where you need to be able to like drag them in a little, you know? Like, sit on this corner and make them swing around into you. Like, your natural inclination is to want to push out into this open space because the cart will move fast when you do it. But, you know, you can try to pull them around or you can try to get underneath the hit scan are basically your 2 options. So let's have a look. Like, because the cart's moving fast right now, what you should try to do is get over to the left. Because once you get over to the left, the hit scan can no longer see you. And once the hit scan can no longer see you from up here, they have to drop. And if they don't drop, you shoot him on cart, your team shoots him in main, and the cart will move. But if you keep playing in the open, and you keep playing where the hit scan can see you, and you keep anchoring to the right side, never are you line of sighting these players, you know? They can see you from up here. They cannot see you if you hug this wall, if you come underneath here. So you need to get to the underside. The pull them in approach is more like when you don't have checkpoint, when the cart's moving slow. Once the cart's moving fast, just use the cart move it. Use the cart cover a little bit, cross over, and then sit here. And you're done.
That's how you bring to
You chase the Doomfist.
Yeah.
And then the rest is just whiff. Next fight. Come on, disappoint me. Here. They have. You have 5? Hey, you got 5. They got 4. Hold close. Hold the corner. Hold the card along here. Fight aggressive. Like, how is your team going? Why is your whole team wrapping behind them? Don't do that. There's no need to wrap behind them. This is the best space in the game. Out here, huge long angle, huge high ground that's uncontestable. What are we wrapping behind them for? What are we doing all that for? Just walk at them in main. Their cast is still on respawn. 5v4, walk in main and shoot your guns at them and they will die. You just got fucking left for dead, you know? Like, you didn't do anything wrong in this fight. Like, look at your team. Rare moment where I'll tell you that it's not your fault.
Oh, thank you.
Congratulations. What the fuck are you meant to do here? Fucking 3 people, like all like completely out of the fight. You know, this is not a good Freya angle. This doesn't feel like a very good Lucio position. I feel like just 5v4, just fight them in main. Just walk up and shoot them. Cass is out of the fight. Instead, you're flanking. You're wasting time. You're not shooting your guns. They just got close spawn and meters in a 5v4 or in a 4v5. Pino was good.
Oh wait, so maybe it needs to be the one after this.
Maybe it was because they Suzu.
I don't think I even saw the Suzu. I think I was just like, I was sort of just hoping they already used it, and I just didn't see.
Yeah, I mean, there's maybe it's a bad cleanup because you know you don't have.
Yeah. I think I just felt.
But you're gonna die, so you needed that.
Yeah, I saw the. I think I saw
the.
the 100 HP, and I was just like, fuck it, let it just rip it.
I mean, reasonable rip to be honest. You really needed that. You're winning the trade.
I still get myself traded.
Wait. You don't take cart here. The trader I'm not surprised by because you're in the open. The hits can't see you. Like, how the fuck are they pushing cart? Like, nobody on your team lift to push cart. Did you get taxied or something? Like, it's irrelevant detail. I don't know why I'm checking this. I guess they just never died. They just held cart forever. No, we're putting these people in the like. They have close spawns. Do they have close spawns? They got meters. What? I swear they have close spawns. Is this a visual bug? Yeah, they have close spawns on right now. Yeah, so their close spawn is on right now. And you're in this situation. Chasing for these kills versus turning off the close spawn. Turning off the close spawn is the most important thing ever. Comebacks are forged by scrapping it out and close spawning. So here, like Tracer, Lucio, like one of these 2 players needs to be continually pushing the cart around to here, you know? Instead, you're traded, they're all still close spawned, you're back spawned, like you must, this is feedback for your team here, like you must control the cart and turn off the close spawn. So like when you get an advantage in a fight, cart control is so crucial. Like this moment right here is the real reason that they made the comeback on the map, you know? These people chasing greedily for kills, but they instead could have turned off close spawn is the sole reason they made a comeback. Genuinely, because now suddenly they're getting meters instead of getting fucking nothing.
Yeah.
Hey,
All right, now you're up top. This guy, like, this is like impossible for him to hold this spot. You should just fucking man up and back up and fight him like really hard. Like, good. Yeah. It's fine to make him ult to run away. Shout. I mean, it's like kind of reasonable. It's kind of reasonable to shout just because he's coming down from ult. But it's time for you to like also step up and like get your own angle a little bit, like get vision on where people are and start working your way forward. Because like again, you don't have a lot of cover down on like this stretch, you know. It's like your opportunities for cover are like here and here and here, like the cart along this stretch. So up here is good for vision, but ultimately, it's a bit like that high ground on Busan, you know, where it's like you can see a lot from up here, but you also want to like rotate along here, like come out towards here and start holding the cart and using all this cover. So. Yeah, okay, you do drop to the right, you start coming out. Don't need to rush forward, don't need to run back either. Like, pin yourself to the cart, you know, hold the cart, trust that your Freya is going to shoot her gun at the people that peek you. But instead, you run away, you're giving them meters again. Now you're punched back, your power punched, you're dead. So you're just dead for nothing. If you just stood here on the cart, hit scan would be able to see. Yeah, everything would be okay. You just run out of the open, you kill yourself.
I think this is where I make the legendary decision. Is it?
Yeah.
Oh wow! I think this is where it goes downhill. I won't lie.
Yeah, I got a feeling. Let's see how your Winston plays.
Oh yeah, I think I just get salted. Yeah.
Yeah, there's no feedback on that one, to be honest. It seemed like a reasonable jump, and you win. All right, let's see the final.
what's up?
Alright. You turn off close spawn, champion, and you jump on the fucking tank as Winston. Okay.
Oh, it's so bad, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like look at their comp, and it's like you can jump a Kiri, you can jump a Cass, you can jump a Lucio. There's a lot of targets here you can jump that aren't a fucking tank, but you're jumping the most mobile tank in the fucking game.
Yeah, and I'm just. I think
now you have no bubble.
I can bubble them up, and I was just like, wow, it's a Doomfist in hindsight.
Never seen it. Yeah, never seen a Doomfist get bubbled up.
I'm still
Sorry, you're still
chasing
glued
it.
to him, mate. You'll get him. Give him punch too if you can. Like.
I think I do, and I think so.
Nice. Yeah. Fast. Oh, you're on a squishy target. This won't last. See if you can find the Doom again.
I'm hunting him down. I think I got something against him.
I saw your profile picture last night, mate. I know where you are. Alright.
Oh, yeah. That was a sudden change. It's already been
R.I.P. brother. But anyway, you see them go Alright. Yeah, okay, this bubble as well. Like I don't know what's happening.
I think I got scared.
You're scared, you're full HP, you're scared. I reckon you're not paying for Winston feedback here. This is outrageous. Like find a squishy target and drop on them without jumping and press bubble on them and then jump away. That's Winston.
I think I just haven't been I used to like grind Winston. Like I used to just be like a ram Winston 2-trick, like genuinely in rank. But I just stopped playing him because I started playing a lot of Haz.
So they use
now I'm trying to get back into the feedback.
They use Kitsune, they used High Noon as well. Just get a good condition engagement. Just walk onto the back line, put your bubble down, walk on the back line, drop on them, press E, back jump after you're done zapping, after you're done wasting 3 people's time. And the Doomfist will die because the Doomfist won't have anyone shooting with him and he won't have anyone healing him and he'll be all alone in this world while you block his healers and you block his DPS. Instead, zap, zap, zap on the fucking Doom, stand in the open, press E in the open 3 times in a row, die to the meteor strike at the end for fucking style.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah, I promise my Winston's better than this. I don't know what happened.
I'll believe it when I see it. You know, believe it when I see it. All right.
Yeah.
I think most of the feedback it's pretty clear, to be honest. I think the biggest thing you can possibly like improve on is like not doing these like runs out in the open. I think a lot of your like issues are not so much that you're like clueless about like how the skills are used or whatever, or like any mechanical deficit. It's more just like learning to understand how you can walk for free, how you can learn to just cut the enemy hit scan's line of sight and just take corner after corner after corner without using shift. This will apply to you on Hazard. This will apply to you on Queen. This applies on every single tank. And then once you've taken those corners, knowing when you can just keep on holding without using shift, knowing when to actually, you know, just hold on to the corner and make them swing into you. I think that's probably the best thing. You know, there's some points here about like different point touch related stuff, like, you know, when you want to be on cart, when you don't. Like ideally you, outside of a few situations like New Queen Street swinging this corner where the cover's bad, it's hard to fight. Like you don't want to be on cart much. Tank is not a cart pushing role because tank can 3v1 people. So you're not going to 3v1 people from the cart. So you really want to make sure that you're controlling the space on the map. and not giving it up for free, making them fight for every single inch. And stop using your shift so early in the fights, you know? Like, you like slashing on people early on Hazard, you like shouting on people early on Queen. You can do that much later, and I think you'll probably see much better results.
Yeah, I think a lot of stuff like I've like written down is just like playing for the two-step, you know, a bit well, not patient, but just like acknowledging, like scouting their positions and understanding when I can go and not go, and just playing a bit slower. I think another big thing, but I didn't really see it here, but I know it's a big problem for me, is just taking damage pre-fight. Well, I guess on the Busan, where I was just swinging the cast and just he's doing more damage to me, and then I'm doing to him. That's another thing.
Recognizing like how to stack the matchup in your favor, you know, like if you're if you're close to him when he starts fighting you, it's over, you know, like you get to shoot before you shift, he can't win. But if you have to shift across the open space, start doing the damage after the fact, like it's anyone's game. He gets any pocket, you're dead. So it's really important to like pre-position to close gaps and whatnot. So I think if you improve on that stuff, you'll probably do, you know, pretty substantially better, to be honest, because it's not like you're hopeless on the characters, except for Winston. There was no hope.
No, that was pretty hopeless.
I'll believe that when I see it. But yeah,